Welcome, one and all, to the Flawed Inanimate Insanity Invitational prediction! This is Indefinite Island, and also not Indefinite Island, because there's the 6 contestants there that didn't stay, or ever leave the original island to begin with, in Floor's case. And these are the 6 remaining contestants. Who will win? Let's find out in this video. We have no time to lose, so let's get started with that. But first, yes, I already know that in this episode, Candle gets eliminated. One thing I don't know, though, is whether she ended up staying on Indefinite Island. As of my recording this, her exit interview has yet to be released, and this is where I would get my answer. So, for this prediction, I get to decide. With that said, I don't believe she would stay. She doesn't really have any reason to be on the show anymore. So, yeah. Now, let's actually get started. To start things off, Yin Yang gets the immunity cookie in this episode. This is because he's the only contestant who hasn't yet gotten it, if you include when Cabby gave it up to Silver Spoon in episode 10 as her having received it. Also, unlike BFDI, Inanimate Insanity is contestant voted, so we're gonna have to represent that in a different way, with mini-me's of each contestant going to whoever they're voting for. First vote, from Yin Yang to Nickel. He definitely won't vote Cabby because they seem to have formed an alliance together, and going by the conflict between Nickel and Balloon, he could be vulnerable. Second vote, from Nickel to Cabby. He's still not happy about her essentially spying on all of them. Plus, if she gets eliminated, then Yin Yang wouldn't have any allies left. Third vote, from Bot to Cabby, for the same reason as Nickel. Fourth vote, from Cabby to Nickel, for the same reason as Yin Yang. Fifth vote, from Silver Spoon to Cabby. Same reason as Nickel and Bot, plus he can't vote for Yin Yang as he's immune, so may as well take out his ally. So, it all comes down to Balloon. I think either way, Cabby's out here, since Nickel would most likely win in a tiebreaker. However, I think Balloon ultimately chooses Cabby, seeing her as the greater threat. As for whether Cabby returns to Indefinite Island for a second time, in hopes of possibly getting a third chance, I think not, honestly. Before we continue, I would like to remind you that in episode 10, the unknown voice promised another rejoin. Well, that time has finally come! Much like eliminations, rejoins are not decided by the viewers, but it's also not by the contestants. Instead, it's based on a challenge. Now, Lightbringer test tubes seem like the obvious ones to win a rejoin challenge, but I actually think the writers will pull a twist on us and have it be Goo who ends up winning. Unlike with Cabby, Goo doesn't give the cookie over to Silver Spoon, so he gets immunity. Like episode 10, there will still be an elimination as well after all. First vote, Goo to Silver Spoon because he thinks Silver Spoon is mean. Honestly, I don't actually know who Goo would vote here, so I'm just guessing. Second vote, Yin Yang to Silver Spoon. This is because Silver wanted Cabby gone, and he got his wish, meaning Yin Yang currently lacks allies. Silver is arguably the biggest remaining threat as well. Third vote, Silver Spoon to Yin Yang. He views Yin Yang as a menace, so this one is pretty obvious. Fourth vote, Balloon to Silver Spoon. Balloon has made no secret of his dislike of Silver. That means it's down to Nickel and Bot, who I think would both vote the same way. there's the possibility of a tiebreaker, but unlike last time, it could go either way. I think it ends up becoming a tiebreaker again, and Silver ends up winning the challenge, meaning Yin Yang gets 6th place. Also, the indefinite island question isn't important anymore. Not that I think Yin Yang stays anyways. I don't think there's gonna be any more rejoins, as much as Rephone 4 may want to keep Season 3 going. In this episode, I think that it's Balloon who gets the immunity cookie. First vote, Silver to Nickel. He believes it would be very valuable to break up this fractured alliance for good. Second vote, Goo to Nickel. He does this because Silver convinces him not to vote for him. He obviously isn't voting for Bot, and Balloon has immunity, so that leaves Nickel. Third vote, Nickel to Silver. I don't think I need to elaborate on this one. Fourth vote, Bot to Silver. The explanation is simple. They decided to vote alongside Nickel. That means it's down to Balloon again. Will he vote up the villain of Season 3? Or will his former friend be the one getting the Fist Thingy 3.0 to the face? Actually, I think during this episode, Balloon and Nickel will end up on good terms again, so Nickel is saved and Silver sees his downfall. We now only have one regular elimination left to go. Who's getting out? I wonder. Nickel wins the immunity cookie in the final normal round, meaning that not only is he a gold doubloon for today, he also gets a free pass into the finale of Inanimate Insanity Invitational. But there's still one contestant vote left. First vote, Goo to Balloon. Although all 4 remaining contestants are on good terms at this point, he has to vote for someone. Second vote, Bot to Balloon, for the same reason as Goo. In a shock, Nickel and Balloon both vote for Bot. This is shocking because, fun fact, they hadn't received any contestant votes at all up to this point. It's true, it says so on the Inanimate Insanity wiki. Since Balloon and Bot both have 2 votes, that means, you guessed it, another tiebreaker. It also means Goo is guaranteed to get into the final 3. At this point, I feel both Balloon and Bot would be obvious winners, so it could go either way. However, I think the writers would write out Balloon and keep Bot for the final 3. We're getting super close now. Just the finale to go, and we're done. And here we are at the finale. Who's gonna win? Will it be Bot, the mechanical mind, Goo, the one who got a second chance, or Nickel, Season 1's most sarcastic contestant? Well, I don't think it will be Goo. Not because he's a rejoiner, not because he's limbless, but simply because I just can't see him winning a whole season. That means it's down to Nickel and Bot, which will take home the million. My predicted winner of Inanimate Insanity Invitational is... Bot! Congratulations to them! Fan and Test Tube would be proud. Before I go, here's the final elimination order, as viewed left to right. Thank you for watching. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Like, I should have more. Oh! That's right. While I'm here, I might as well predict the finale of Season 2, since there isn't enough of it left to justify its own video. I'm just gonna make this quick and say it. While I think Lightbulb and Suitcase are possible, I think that it's gonna end up being Knife. He was a villain in Season 1, so I think it just makes sense. Thanks for watching! Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on before you go.